Going over to the business blunder of the day, you have Beyond Meat stock dropping yet again. And for the folks who have never heard of this abomination, Beyond Meat is one of those disgusting things where they put not just 11 herbs and spices, but a bunch of artificial crap and vegetables and weird things to make artificial meat, which every single time has failed since everyone's tried that stupid idea. And of course, I would argue it's not healthy because of all the disgusting, they put a myriad of oils in there. And for the people who say, oh, you're saving the animals, which again, animals are meant to, I mean, they're mainly meant to be eaten and they taste delicious and they're better for you. But in this case, ironically, you actually end up killing more animals because the farmers have to kill all the critters that try to go after the vegetables. But I partially digress. Now, this comes to us thanks to Yahoo Finance. They note that, quote, why Beyond Meat stock was sliding by Jeremy Bowman. They note that the stock dropped last week at 13.8% because the revenues continue to decline. Ooh, it looks disgusting. If you're just tuning into this on the podcast, you're not actually watching it, you may very well be happy. They have a picture of what it should be a hamburger, but it's replaced by a disgusting meat, which, I mean, supposedly everything else looks high quality or fancy in terms of the bun, the cheese, the grano, the onion. That all looks pretty hefty, almost like a fast food commercial where obviously the real food isn't that good, but it's pretty good. And yet the patty, which again is a Beyond Meat patty, I mean, it looks. And this is their commercial. This image is from Beyond Meat. It just looks like a disgusting, soggy defecate. Like it's not good marketing. And again, this company, yeah, they definitely need someone to do their marketing for them because that looks disgusting. Now, they note that in terms of the statistics on the business, they note that the trends will continue in the first quarter. Revenue fell 18%, $75.6 million, which, yeah, this is also a luxury product. No one needs this artificial stuff. I get it. Again, there's still a market for that. There are still people, mainly San Francisco, who are purchasing this product. But like the average person, do they want to spend more for a product that is less healthy and taste, let's be honest, terrible? Now, they note that the revenue was slightly ahead of the estimates of $75.2 million. The company said it faced a difficult comparison with a large order from McDonald's a quarter ago. U.S. revenue was down 16% to $49.4 million, with international revenue dropping 21.5% to $26.2 million. The company been focused on cutting costs to take steps to become profitable, delivering its first gross profit in the quarter of $3.7 million, although that was down from $6.2 million in the quarter a year ago. It adjusted its earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization, known as EBITDA. Loss narrowed to $45.8 million to $32.9 million, for the benefit of layoffs and supply chain and manufacturing enhancements. On bottom line, the adjusted per share loss narrowed to 92 cents to 72 cents per share, slightly worse than the consensus 67 cents per share. The CEO, in terms of what's next, they say CEO says the company is making progress against its priorities, facing financial goals and food quality improvements, but the guideline shows they have a lot of work to do. For the full year, they expect to get revenue of $315 million to $345 million, lining up to consensus with the analyst, which, who's buying this crap now? Now they're saying, well, yeah, maybe, now it's funny, this is, if you invest this much money, how much could you make? What are the comments looking like? Here. Well, looks like a lot of comments are talking about how they got their comments originally censored by Yahoo. But let's go to the stock and look at the roller coaster ride. Yeah, it dropped. Oh, look at that drop. If you're just tuning in, it crashed. Again, last week the average was down negative 11.16%. In terms of the max of all time, it's lost 89.19% since its initial public offering at $66.79 per share. The past 5-year trend is down again 89.10%. Past year is down 42.15%. Year to date is down 11%. Past 6 months actually did increase by 4.49%. And looks like the market cap is $472 million. 52-week low is $5.58. 52-week high was $19.25 per share. Dividend yield is 0 because they give you no incentive to hold the stock and they don't pay dividends apparently. And they also have 686 employees, and of course they're headquartered in El Segundo, California. Which, yeah, look at that. That stock is not looking great. And again, it's also crap that no one really needs. Now again, there very well may come in a time when the government just puts a gun to our head and says, well, we're going to be forced to eat the bugs and eat this artificial beef, whatever you want to call this abomination, this plant goop. Well, you're going to enforce this, or you're going to legally mandate it's illegal to have cows and all that kind of stuff, which, given the politics these days, that's not out of the realm of possibility. In that case, this stock would be worth more than Apple, because it was the only company that was already making this, and legally is the only thing that's allowed to exist. Not out of the realm of possibility, but given I was going to say, the business blunder is almost the product existing in and of itself, but also realistically, in terms of the short term of the business, the fact that they continue to lose money, they are not getting the orders that they were hoping for with these big fast food corporations, which, again, that's another issue, is these things cost way too much. If you really want to, again, if they really want to realistically knock it out of the park with fast food companies, tell them they can get the product for half the cost of beef and say it'll taste about the same. You'd be lying, because, again, it tastes like trash. But to me, the real mass adoption rate is if they can do that, which they currently cannot. Maybe in the future, but they seem like just keep making the bad moves, and they're not getting to the place where they need to be. I mean, I don't see us succeeding long term, but let me know in the comments. I might be wrong. But it is to say, in terms of the news, their stock crashing that much, I gotta say, Beyond Beef, that is certainly the business blunder of the day. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you could click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.